Hello together, my name is Dennis, I am from Germany, and today I will talk about the American school system.
Schools in the USA. There are 50 states in the USA, and schools can be a little bit different in each state.
Just for the first point, for example, we in Germany has we have 16 states. We have also like this kind of federal system. So this is something which we share with the US, I would say, definitely.
The most common system is called K through 12, kindergarten through 12th grade.
Okay, this is so funny because kindergarten, maybe you know that this is a German word. We also use it like as a kindergarten. This is one of the less words from Germany or from the German language, which still is used by Americans. This is so funny.
Kindergarten is the first year of school for most American children.
Same like here also, kindergarten, like we also say it to that kita, like Kindertagesstätte, but this is like a synonym. It's like the same.
Most kids are 5 years old when they start kindergarten.
Oh, here it's actually a little bit younger. I think children are like 4 years old, but I'm not sure. It depends.
After kindergarten, American children enter first grade. Each new school year, they move up to the next grade. There are different types of schools for different grades.
The age where the children come to the school is similar, I would say. Or here it's also like with 5 or 6 years. So the parents can decide which year they will send their child into the school.
Elementary school is from first grade to fifth grade.
Ah, okay. So this is like the elementary school, yeah. This is like Grundschule. Where I grew up in south of Germany, there we have like only the first class to the fourth class. So maybe the grade 1 to 4. Let's compare it. And from the fifth, you are going to Hauptschule, like the basic school. Then you can go to Realschule. It's like in the middle, and Gymnasium is like the higher, I would say high school. I'm not sure, but yeah, this is how it works in Germany. But you have also different systems in Germany where you stay together as a class for like 5-6 years. Very similar to Germany, I would say. This is like part of the system.
In most states, middle school is from 6th grade to 8th grade.
Okay, so you have a middle school. We have just the cut from elementary to the main school, I would say, like I explained.
Finally, high school is usually from 9th grade to 12th grade.
Okay, high school. This is what I know from US. The high schools are very famous in all the movies and series. This is so crazy. They're like high schools are like, I always see these buses, these yellow school buses, which drive through the villages or the city and pick up the children. To compare, we don't have something like this. I mean, we have school buses, but only like on some schools we have like some services like that. But in general, in Germany, we don't have this kind of buses. The children have to come by own, like maybe with the normal public transport, or by parents, or you can walk there or go with a bike. So it depends how far you are away from the school.
The different types of school can feel very different.
And you are 12 years in the school, so that's like if you go to Gymnasium. This is like highest school before you can study.
In kindergarten, children can play and learn basic things like numbers and the alphabet.
Okay, this is the same, like here it's just like for playing and you can also learn numbers and some basic stuff. I would say it helps the children to have a better start in elementary school if you already can read some letters or maybe count numbers.
At elementary school, children usually have one teacher for each grade. They stay with
Same like here.
This teacher for the whole year, and this teacher will teach them subjects like math, English, and science.
I think we have math, yes, of course, and language, but I don't think that we had science in elementary school. We had like a little bit like history. We had like also some very easy stuff. If you start so early with this in elementary in US, I think it is a good thing, to be honest.
At middle school, students usually have a different teacher for each subject. This is when American kids have to start moving all around the school between periods.
Okay, yeah. And these are the lockers where we know from all the series and the movies.
Students at high school are almost adults and are starting to think about life after
Yeah, high school is like very important. This is like where it's getting interesting.
school. They might start preparing for a job or to go to college. But high school can be a lot of fun too.
Yeah, high school is like I think the time where you can still can have fun, and because on a college it will be like more serious. You focus maybe more on your studying and not on going with friends and making big parties and
You've probably already heard of proms in the summer.
Yeah.
But there's also a big event in the fall. Every October, high school students celebrate homecoming week with a homecoming parade, a homecoming dance, and even a homecoming king and queen.
Okay, I never heard before about that, homecoming. I know the prom nights, yes, but homecoming I never heard before.
Homecoming week can be a lot like prom, but it's less formal, and there's a lot less stress.
But I like it if you celebrate with your classmates and to getting closer as a group. I like this system.
Of course, there are other types of school in America. Most students will go to public schools, like the ones we've just talked about.
Yes, this is what I know, yeah.
Any child can go to a public school for free. About 10% of American students go to a private school.
I know that the US has a lot of like private schools and they're like very prestige. And when I see like how you need to be dressed, kind of strict there, I would say, yeah. So, and there is the school bus, which I'm talking about. Yeah, the school bus. It's so iconic, yeah.
Private schools might have a uniform. They might be religious. Or they might have different teaching methods. But almost all private schools are pretty expensive. Parents have to pay to send their children to a private school.
Yeah, but it's the same like in Germany. I mean, most of the childs go to the public school, and when it's go to private, it has some reason. Maybe their parents are very rich. It changes when you go to universities, because the universities in Germany are like also generally for free. You just pay some fees. The most popular schools are from the government, from the cities mostly. So, but in the US, it's much bigger.
Some Americans don't go to a school at all. About 3% of students are homeschooled.
Oh, this is also a big difference, homeschooling, because in Germany it's not allowed to have homeschooling. The child needs to go to school until like 9 or 10 years. Only with some extra permission if you have like parents which need to travel, like the famous example is if you go to circus, with the circus which are traveling, the children are allowed to do homeschooling or to change the schools, but these are exceptions. This is not normal. In Europe it's different. If you go to UK, I think there is also allowed. There are countries where it's allowed and where it's not allowed. In Germany it's not allowed officially, but you can get it with an exception.
This means they stay at home and are taught by their parents.
Yeah, I have positive and negative vibes. First of all, yes, it can be something positive, but the negative thing is that you get schooled by your parents, so you don't get a connection with other people, you cannot get other perspectives, because with that, what your parents are saying, you learn everything what the parents want that you learn, but it's just interesting also to get in contact with other people from other classes maybe, which are not so rich, and then you get a better overview over how people live and, the society. But homeschooling has the biggest benefit that you really are like safe in a safe space, and if you have like good parents which teach you like well, why not?
You might still have to go to school at the end of the year for exams though.
Okay, still the exams need to do in a school.
And that's a brief overview of the American school system. But remember, schools in each state will be a little bit different.
Yeah, I heard about it, and California is different, of course, like in Texas or something. So the question to the end of the video is, what do you think about the US system and the European, or especially the German system? I mean, I'd explained it just like an overview, but maybe it's interesting to know how it is in your country if you're not from US. And if you're from US, it's very interesting to know, how is it for you? Do you think that the American school system could be better? Or maybe you say, no, I think the US-American system is like the best in the world. I'm really interested to hear your opinion. We will see us in the next video, so bye bye.